Welcome to the first part of this three-part series of my tour around Scarlet Lady, and in this video you'll find a quick tour of the main interior areas. I was invited aboard Scarlet Lady on her call into Liverpool as part of a world tour on her way to Miami, which is now her home port. I was only on board for just 12 hours, so you'll have to forgive me for not being able to cover absolutely everything, but I hope this gives you a good idea of what this striking ship has to offer. So on first glance, Scarlet Lady's stern doesn't look like a traditional cruise ship stern, and there's a good reason for that, because this isn't a traditional cruise ship, and on first glance this gives a good indication of what to expect on board. First impressions, the grey of her exterior really doesn't do justice in the overcast Liverpudlian sky, but you can imagine how amazing this is going to look in the sunshine and against the blue sea of the Bahamas. So I joined the ship on deck 4 and headed straight up to deck 5, which is where I'm going to start the tour for you. So this is the entrance to Pink Agave, which is one of the eateries on board Scarlet Lady. I was lucky enough to eat here in the evening I was aboard, and the food is absolutely delicious. It's inspired by Mexico City street food scene, and there's sumptuous interiors designed by Tom Dixon. Virgin Voyages bill this as an immersive odyssey of Mexican cuisine, and it would definitely be one of the personal favourites I'd return to on board. The striking entrance also provides a great backdrop to take some photos, and the lighting, of course, is fantastic. I wanted to share with you some of the items on the menu, and I can safely say that this was one of the best meals I've ever been served on a ship, and I was lucky enough to sit next to one of the marketing team over dinner who insisted that we be served the whole dessert menu to try. I wasn't going to complain, and also I can say that margaritas were also pretty special. So heading back out of Pink Agave, we come into Sailor Services, which leads around the corner to Redemption Spa, and also on this deck is Razzle Dazzle. Now I had to film this at 5:30 in the morning before having to leave for work, so you'll have to forgive me for not catching Redemption Spa or Razzle Dazzle when they were open, but here are some screenshots courtesy of Virgin Voyages to give you an idea about what's inside. So we head now up to deck 6, and I'm going to start at the casino. The casino has a feel to it which is quite Vegas style in parts, with its 115 slot machines, and there's also a section which is more old school casino table. Just off the casino is the entrance to the Manor nightclub. Now there are two entrances to this two-storey nightclub on deck 6 and deck 7. However, the entrance on deck 6 is the one you need to come to for another iconic shot aboard Scarlet Lady. Now whether you call this the Infinity Corridor or the Starlight Room or the Glitter Room, this is definitely a sight to behold. Inside the Manor nightclub it was difficult to take shots because it was so dark, so I've included some of the rendered images from Virgin Voyages here. So coming out of the nightclub, we'll head to the rest of deck 6 now, and here's Squid Ink, where you can get a tattoo on board. And then we move around to the rest of the high street, which is where the main retail units are located. There's a good selection of items, plus you can grab some Scarlet Lady merchandise. Now on this deck, and not shown in this video tour, but at the end of the corridor you'll find the Test Kitchen and Extra Virgin, which are two more of the eateries to choose from on board. Extra Virgin is billed as an elevated Italian, so perfect place if you like pasta, antipasti and traditional aperitifs. The Test Kitchen is billed as more of a laboratory style experimental eatery, and expect quite experimental foods, but still with quite a social dining experience. So moving back to the atrium, on the rocks is a classic cocktail bar. It's just off the roundabout. There's live music here in the evenings. Upstairs you'll find the draft house, which is more for craft beer drinkers, but down here on deck 6 on the rocks is definitely the place if you like your cocktail shaken or stirred, and it's the perfect place to start an evening. So let's head back upstairs to deck 7, and I'm going to take you through to one of my other favourite places on Scarlet Lady, which is the SIP Lounge. So the SIP Lounge is somewhere you need to go if you love your champagne. It serves afternoon tea and there's a menu of cocktails, and it's quite a relaxing place to come any time of the day really, if you'd like a chilled glass of bubbles. Moving off from the SIP Lounge is one of the entrances to the Red Room. So the Red Room is the performance space right at the front of the ship. I'm going to take you right to the back now at the wake. The entrance is located on deck 7, however the main restaurant is on deck 6. So here we have the wake, which is an elegant restaurant on board, and the grand staircase is another place that you'd want to take one of those photos. I could see myself coming here not just for the food but also for those views, so expect to be served sophisticated surf and turf in this beautiful setting right at the back of the ship. So coming out from the wake up the grand staircase, we now move into the dock house. And the dock house is definitely a favourite area of mine. It's effortlessly elegant yet very cosy. Part elegant Ibiza cabana, part rustic chic resort. It's billed as casual Mediterranean, and I can see why. There's a very relaxed feel about this area on ship. I could definitely see myself spending a lot of time here. We're going to move on through now down the corridor into the social club, and also here you'll find the social club diner. Now the social club diner is billed as classic carnival eats, so expect milkshakes and ice cream floats and popcorn and nachos, but with that Virgin Voyages twist. The arcade is on the other side of the ship, but you'll find things such as air hockey, lots of games, photo booths, plenty of photo opportunities again. So coming out of the social club, we head into the grounds club, which is basically your favourite coffee shop, but with an extra shot of ocean views. So this would be a great place just to grab a coffee as you're walking through. And now we're heading back into the main atrium area, or the roundabout. On this level, above on the rocks, you will find the draft house. So this is the place to come if you like craft beer, and it's quite a nice place to just grab a casual drink off the roundabout. Next to the draft house you'll find Virgin Vinyl, which is the onboard record store, so if you want to stock up on a classic album, this is the place to do it on board. So that's the quick tour of decks 6 and 7, where you'll find much of the eateries and the entertainment venues on board ship. I'm now going to take you up to deck 15, which is where you'll find even more places to eat aboard Scarlet Lady. Now the galley is likely to be described on other ships as the buffet. However, this is not your traditional self-serve buffet. There's an array of food on offer from over 10 different international eateries. All the food is made fresh to order, it's mouth-watering, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to make your way through each individual food stall during a voyage on Scarlet Lady. So the galley is a perfect place to grab something quick and then head back out to the pool, or just to sit down and stare out to sea. Because this is on deck 15, you're going to get some amazing views when Scarlet is sailing. So not shown in this video, but on this side of the galley towards the back of the ship you'll find gun bay, which is billed as a lively Korean barbecue. So you can expect some hands-on do-it-yourself grilling and barbecuing alongside a very social dining experience. Up here you will also find the grounds club to grab another coffee. So thanks for joining me on this interior tour of the main areas of Scarlet Lady. My other videos you might want to check out look at a cabin tour and also a tour of the exterior areas of the ship. So thanks for watching, and remember, if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. It is free and you'll make me very happy.